Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's as heartbreaking as it is inspiring. Imagine a world where the lifeblood of your community, the very river that sustains you, simply vanishes. Not slowly. Not just for a season, but for good. This is the harrowing reality faced by the fictional people of the Azure Valley tribe. A story I've crafted to explore resilience, community, and the profound impact of environmental change. We're going to journey back in time to a place where the Azure River wasn't just water. It was a character, a living entity that shaped every aspect of the Azure Valley tribe's existence. For generations, their lives flowed with the river's rhythm. Their homes nestled along its banks, their fields flourished from its embrace, and their children learned to swim and fish in its cool, clear waters. The river was their provider, their protector, and the spiritual heart of their culture. Every ceremony, every celebration, every tale passed down through generations was intrinsically linked to the Azure River. It was a time of abundance, of peace, and of a deep, harmonious connection with nature. The elders often spoke of the river as an ancient spirit, a generous guardian that had watched over their people since time immemorial. The sounds of its gentle murmur were the lullabies of their nights, and its shimmering surface reflected the hopes and dreams of their days. But then, a subtle shift began. The rains, once dependable, became erratic. The scorching sun lingered longer each year, baking the earth harder. The Azure River, once mighty and strong, started to recede. At first, it was barely noticeable, a slight drop in the water level, a few more exposed stones along the banks. The tribe, accustomed to the river's seasonal fluctuations, remained optimistic. They believed it was just another dry spell, a temporary challenge that the river, in its wisdom, would soon overcome. They offered their traditional prayers and performed rituals, hoping to coax the clouds into releasing their precious bounty. But optimism slowly gave way to concern, and concern to annoying fear. As the river continued its relentless retreat, day after day, week after week, the once lush riverbanks began to crack, the vibrant green fading to a dusty brown. The change wasn't gradual anymore. It was accelerating. One morning, the unthinkable happened. The Azure River, which had flowed ceaselessly for millennia, slowed to a trickle, then to isolated puddles, and finally, stop. The silence that fell over the valley was deafening, a stark contrast to the lively gurgle and rush they had always known. Panic began to ripple through the community. The fertile fields, once a source of bountiful harvests, withered and died. The fishing nets hung dry and useless. Thirst became a constant companion, a burning sensation in every throat. The tribe's entire way of life, built upon the foundation of a flowing river, began to crumble. This wasn't just a physical drought. It was a spiritual one, shaking the very core of their identity and their faith in the natural order. They tried digging deeper wells, trekking further to find dwindling springs, but every effort felt like a race against an invisible, overwhelming force. The elders, who had seen many challenges, now looked with troubled eyes upon a future they couldn't comprehend. In the face of such devastation, the Azure Valley tribe could have surrendered to despair. Many communities might have fragmented, each family seeking survival for themselves. But the Azure Valley tribe was different. Their history was etched with stories of collective strength, and this moment would be no exception. Led by their wise and resilient matriarch Elder Mave, they refused to be defeated. Mave, whose eyes held the wisdom of countless generations, called upon her people to remember their ancestors, to remember the spirit of the river that still coursed within them, even if its physical form was gone. She reminded them that their strength came not just from the water, but from their unity, their ingenuity, and their unwavering spirit. This was their last stand, not against nature, but asterisk. For asterisk their nature, for who they were as a people. The tribe, they pooled their knowledge, their skills, and their remaining resources. The younger members, guided by the elders, embarked on perilous journeys to distant lands, seeking any sign of water, any potential solution. They learned to conserve every precious drop, developing ingenious systems to collect dew, distill brackish water, and store what little rain might fall. They adapted their agricultural practices, shifting to drought-resistant crops and innovating new farming techniques that required minimal water. Their communal spirit deepened, as every individual understood that their survival depended on the collective good. Old rivalries dissolved, replaced by a shared sense of purpose. They held nightly gatherings, not just to mourn their losses, but to share ideas, offer encouragement, and reinforce their bonds. The children, witnessing their parents' unwavering resolve, learned lessons of resilience that no river could ever teach. They were transforming, evolving, becoming a people not just defined by the river, but by their ability to overcome its absence. Their journey was fraught with unimaginable hardships. Many times, hope dwindled, replaced by the crushing weight of exhaustion and thirst. There were moments of doubt, of fear, of wondering if their efforts were in vain. Yet, each time, a spark would reign through the leadership of Elder Maeve, or the unwavering spirit of a young warrior, reigniting their collective determination. They didn't just survive. They found new ways to thrive. They rediscovered ancient weaving techniques, using sparse desert plants to create durable goods for trade. They honed their storytelling, preserving their history and culture with greater fervor than ever, ensuring that the memory of the Azure River and their triumph over adversity would live on. Their art, once inspired by the river's flow, now depicted the stark beauty of the resilient desert and the strength of their community. Their children learned to navigate by the stars, to identify edible desert plants, and to appreciate every tiny miracle of life that persisted around them. The Azure Valley tribe's story is a powerful testament to the human spirit, as capacity for adaptation and resilience. They didn't bring the river back, but they transformed themselves. They became a people defined not by what they lost, but by what they gained. An unshakable unity, an innovative spirit, and a profound respect for every drop of life. Their last stand wasn't a desperate fight against nature. It was a courageous embrace of change and an unwavering commitment to their community and their future. They showed that even when the most fundamental elements of life vanish, the essence of a people can endure, strengthen, and find new pathways to existence. What can we learn from the fictional Azure Valley tribe? Their story, while a creation, echoes the struggles of many communities facing environmental challenges today. It reminds us of the critical importance of water conservation, sustainable practices, and the incredible strength found in unity and adaptation. It's a call to action, urging us to protect our natural resources, to innovate, and to support one another in the face of global challenges. It is a story that tells us hope is never truly lost as long as we have each other. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the Azure Valley. If this story touched you, if it made you think about our world and our future, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Your support helps us tell more stories that matter. See you in the next one.